Hello, Cats and Kittens. Orewa Jose, Yoroshku. I'm back in the Crisis Corner on Manga Monday, giving my impressions as brief as I can of One Piece 1068, which is entitled A Genius's Dream. Now, this is interesting. Uh, it, Vegapunk has a dream. People with dreams usually wind up on the sunny. What they do, they take people out to sea who have dreams. In this particular instance, it's weird because Vegapunk, which is first of all, I'm not saying that Vegapunk. I think Vegapunk is going to join the crew mainly because his function doesn't really he doesn't really have a spot. You know, what would his function be? The team scientist? Eh, he might be somebody that winds up on the ship for a while, like Vivi or something, and then goes somewhere to do something else. So he has a weird couple of flags on him. One is, would he be part of the crew? And two, his dream itself puts death flags on him because wanting to give the world renewable free energy spits on a lot of people, and if he lived in this world, he'd be killed instantly, or marginalized, or otherwise taken off the board because you're ruffling too many feathers with that. In the One Piece world, his problem in the One Piece world is that as he states himself, he's gotten too close to the ancient knowledge, which the world government, the celestial dragons, do not want to get out to people. So he's looking to get killed. CP0 is there to kill him. So Vegapunk is an interesting character. I mean, he's worth waiting for. Getting his background, getting his ties to the Revolutionary Army, all of the lore that comes with Vegapunk, I think is living up to the hype. So that's cool. And I always thought that going into this arc, I figured it was going to be more lore driven than battle driven, but even that's starting to seem a little questionable at this point with all of the forces that are arrayed at this particular time. Because you got CP0, they've gotten onto the island and they're looking to take out Vegapunk. Sentomaru's there trying to protect Vegapunk on a debt that he owes him. You got people like Kizaru on the way to the island, and of course the Straw Hats there. There's a lot going on, and there could be a potential for a lot of quite a few fights. Kuma's on the way over there to likely to protect Bonnie. We assume there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So, I mean, my likes and my dislikes. I don't dislike anything really about the chapter, but I like the fact I like Vegapunk's dream. I like that about him. Not just because he wants to give people free energy, but it's a good uh, plot device in relation to the ancient technology and you know its place in the One Piece lore. So it's bringing that out. So I think that's a pretty good. I think that's cool. I like Vegapunk as his in terms of his personality. I still don't understand how he's. I like to see when they animate this how he talks because his tongue's constantly hanging out. I can't see how you can really talk with your tongue hanging out. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to hearing that. I like the fact that Luffy is not really even on the same page with him, except for the fact that he thinks he's funny looking, so he'll let him on the ship and take him off of the island. Now, is he taking him off of the island to go somewhere specifically, or is just off of the island to avoid getting killed, which means you stay on the ship until we can find some place to stash him? We'll see. But yeah. So I like Vegapunk's character. Lucci, I think, so it's an interesting reintroduction to Lucci, and I'm curious as to whether he is as to how this round two is going to affect him. You know, is he out for blood because that straw had to beat me that last time? Because he wants to kill people anyway. That's his thing. You know, but is he holding any type of grudge against Luffy? You know, Luffy doesn't really, with the exception of Blackbeard and Akainu, I don't think he really holds a grudge against anybody. So I'm curious to see how that goes. The there's a dislike. I don't like the at least Usopp and Nami's reaction to seeing or learning the CP0 there that Luffy's not Luffy but Lucci is there. They seem scared. I mean, the whole Usopp scared thing, I know it's a gag, blah, 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 whatever. They're a Yonko crew, and this is CP0, okay? CP0 should not be enough to terrify them. They just came off of Wano fighting a Yonko and his army. I mean, see, yeah, I ain't saying that Lucci is a bum. He's somebody to be, looked down on. But I'm telling you that if this is a Yonko crew, I mean, anyway, I expect a little bit more. I'm expecting more from Usopp and Nami going forward. I mean, obviously, Sanji's not shook. Robin's not shook. You know, none of, but that reaction from them and Chopper as well, you know, is a little bit discouraging to me. You know what I'm saying? It's again, not to say that Rob Lucci is a bum, he's a jobber or something like that, but once you reach the status of a Yonko crew, people will roll up on you and you're gonna be screaming, it's Rob Lucci. But, anyway. So ultimately Lucci attacks and takes out Atlas, who was supposed to be a battle droid of violence. I forget the droids or a clone or whatever, and takes him out pretty easily with a six king pistol, basically one of the Jigan type, finger thingies. Done. I mean, Atlas is done. Merciless just beat down. I mean, if we're getting rid uh, of the Vegapunk avatars, then we'll scratch one off the lineup. The violence didn't make it. I mean, that was quick, and it concludes with the reunion of Straw Hat and Lucci. So again, I don't see this leading to a major confrontation battle that's going to eclipse their first fight because, frankly, at this point, I don't think Lucci is anywhere close to Luffy's league. Luffy is on some Yonko type deal. He just came off of fighting, my man Kaido. I don't think Lucci's going to shake him any. I'm more curious about how they react to each other than the fact that they're going to fight. Because if Lucci gives Luffy a decent fight, I'd be disappointed. I'm looking for. I mean, yeah, I'm looking for a beatdown. I mean, or something other than a bloodthirsty fight, especially not from Luffy's standpoint. He's not a bloodthirsty person. Lucci might be, but he's not fighting somebody that he should be able to beat at this point. Now, there's always the point, the fact that he could have leveled up, no doubt. I mean, people get stronger, blah blah blah. Um, but he ain't strong enough to take out a Yonko. And even if Luffy is on the lower edge of the Yonko spectrum or whatever, however you want to put that, he's still a Yonko. And I wouldn't give Lucci any more chance of beating him than he'd be able to beat Blackbeard or, definitely not anybody like Shanks, you know, a Big Mom. That's her soul. Ain't too many left anyway. I can't even see Lucci beating somebody like, Mihawk or somebody like that. This is beyond, in my opinion, Luffy is beyond him at this point. But this is gonna play out some kind of way. So it's a very interesting chapter. And again, it's setting up for more of a physical confrontation than I thought we would get in this arc, which is interesting. So we got to see who. Well, we know that we're going to be dealing with CP0 versus most of the Straw Hats, or at least some of them. The Seraphims have to factor into this some kind of way on one side or the other. Some kind of way Kuma's going to have to factor into this, and they got to keep, they got to keep Vegapunk from being murdered some kind of way. So, excellent chapter, excellent build up. Looking forward to the next chapter. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that your impressions on whether Lucci should stand a chance against Luffy at this time. I'd be interested to hear your comments. Otherwise, looking forward to the next chapter. Stay loose.